All right, guys, so today we're going to be replacing our existing Chamberlain 3/4 horsepower garage door opener with this Chamberlain Advanced Series garage door opener. So it's going to be a little bit quieter. We're also going to hit on some of the most common mistakes people make when replacing garage door openers, and we'll make sure that you don't make those mistakes and you get it right the first time. So let's get started. First thing I will tell you, do not destroy the box because you will probably need it. Always verify everything's working, replace all your parts, so replace your sensors, replace the brackets, replace the chain, replace the belt. Don't reuse anything, replace even the push button coming out of the house. Always replace everything you can. So the first thing we want to do here is we want to start putting together our rail assembly. Now this piece right here is going to be the piece that's closest to the wall. So it's going to be like this, and you want this tab here to be on the top side of it. So what we're going to do here, just take some of your rail, and these are all pretty much exactly the same. I like to keep this hole here lined up on each side. So as you can see, it's on this side. I'm going to keep this. Next, we're going to put on our trolley here. This just goes on like on the back here. Now, this piece right here should be facing backwards, and this kind of extended piece like that, you're going to have wear pads in here. That should go forward. So stick that on there. Now, it's also a good idea to take something on your second rail here. Just stick a bolt down in there or something. If you want to use a screwdriver, that's fine. But that's going to stop the trolley from rolling down as you're putting all this together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install our U-bracket here. And again, pretty easy. Just take it, put it on the end. You got a couple spots there. Now next we're going to take this 1 3/4 inch bolt like this and slide it down in here. This is going to be black. Just slide it down in there. And then take a All right, now next we're going to connect up our rail to the opener here. So go ahead and remove these bolts. And you can use power tools. It's not recommended, mainly because you could over tighten it. So it's not really necessary. So if you have a wrench, just do it with a wrench. It's not a big deal. And it'll line up with those two holes. All right, so now we're going to take our belt here, and we're going to take the hooked end, which is this little piece right here. Go ahead and extend this out. Now we're going to take our belt here and slide it through here. So turn it, slide it through. Now, when we do this, we want to make sure the ridges are facing towards the inside. Just run it through about 12 inches. Now we want to take our idler pulley right here, the wheel. Basically, you're going to stick it through there. If you try to do this, if you do this before, you won't get this through. So another thing you want to make sure of, another mistake people make is they'll occasionally put this thing in and then try to put the belt in. That doesn't work. You got to put the wheel in first, or you got to put the belt through first. And then there's a specific bolt that goes through that. So make sure you grab the black one here. While we're down here, so we want to bend this tab. A lot of people forget to do this, but make sure you bend this tab up to 90 degrees. Now we want to take our belt here, and we're going to bring it all the way back here. Now this hook here is going to slide down right through there and put that on there. Make sure your belt is aligned properly and that the ridges are going to the inside. Now take the rest of your belt here, make sure it's not tangled. And again, here's another reason we want that something blocking the trolleys, because we don't want to pull the trolley. So we're going to pull this around like this. Now, again, we want to make sure the belt's not twisted, and loop the belt around the sprocket like that. Then we're going to bring our belt back to here. Now what we want to do is we want to take our spring nut here, take this off. Okay, now take your belt here. And what we want to do is connect these up. So, we got our little chain link here. It's 3 pieces. So, we're going to take our link, and you can put this through there, whatever you want to do. But through the back side of this, like this, we're going to put the link. That's going to go there. And this will go over the top, like that. And we're going to take our lock here, slide this on, slide it on one side, and then push it like that, and that will lock in place. Now we're going to feed this through here, and we want to take our spring nut, the square end should go away, and just thread this on like that. So this square end should be at the back side, because that's what you're going to use to tighten the belt down. So getting this about hand tight. Now what I want to do is there's a little notch here. I'm going to take a screwdriver, hold that in there, and I'm going to turn this so that it locks. And it will pop loose here in a second. And you want to make sure this is about 1 1/4 length. And you can tighten it if you need to, or loosen it. Now we're going to install our belt cap retainer. Our screws are right there. Again, if you use a power tool, don't over tighten them. Now with the new one put together, let's start pulling apart the old one. Let's get this one down. Now we're going to take our 1 1/2 inch clevis pin, should be your longest one, and we're going to slide it through this hole here. Then on the other side, we have one of these, and that's just going to slide through this hole right here and spin that till it's hanging loose like that, and you can't, now the clevis pin won't come out. Now, if you're replacing an opener, your heights are probably going to be right, but it never hurts to check. You should have a small, slight slope. And what we're going to do, I'm going to hope that our new opener lines up here, and it may not. We may have to adjust our brackets here, which actually is what I got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these loose. All right, so we're going to take the 1 1/4 clevis pin and connect the arm up here. Then we're going to connect up the 1 inch clevis pin here. So I'll stick that through there. Now, as I was saying earlier, it's best to replace everything. So yeah, the push button opener that's currently there would probably work, but we're going to replace it anyways. Now, for the most part, the wiring is pretty simple. We're just going to connect the red wire to the red terminal on the push button, and then the red terminal on the opener. And then, of course, the white wire to the white terminal on the push button, and the white terminal on the actual opener. If you don't have red and white wires, just make sure you correlate the same wire you've plugged into the terminal with the same color on the opener. It's pretty much the same situation with the sensors. Even if you have the same brand, a lot of times they don't work together and you'll have to change them out. I actually made the mistake of leaving those on and trying to get the opener to work. And what happened was it would never actually auto sensor and it would never go back down. So I ended up having to replace the sensors as well. Now for the sensors, you're going to have 4 wires, 2 coming from each sensor. The 2 black and white wires are going to be twisted together, and the 2 white wires are going to be twisted together. And then the 2 black and white wires will go in the black terminal on the opener, and the 2 white wires will go on the white terminal on the opener. It should be the white terminal next to the black terminal. There's going to be one next to the red terminal, but that's going to be used for the push button opener. Next up, we're setting the travel limits on the opener so that it knows exactly where all the way up is and fully closed are. Start by pressing the middle button. You'll see the up arrow begin flashing. Press and hold the up arrow until the door reaches the fully open position. Then release it, which is really just going to be right above the opening there. That's all we want. Now press the middle button again. This time the down arrow will start flashing. Hold the arrow until the door is fully closed, then let go. We're going to hold this down. Press the middle button one more time to lock everything in. From there, the opener will automatically cycle. The door will go up, the light will flash a few times, and then the door will come down. That's the system dialing itself in and learning the limits. Sensor, figure out where it needs to go.